there, I'm Chef Ani. Today we are making pumpkin pie. Because after all, what is Thanksgiving without pumpkin pie? At least in my estimation, pumpkin pie and Thanksgiving go together. This pumpkin pie is beautiful, delicious, and totally vegan. So why would you want to make a vegan pumpkin pie? It's a lot healthier for you and it tastes just as good, if not a little bit better. So enough talking. Let's get cooking. Yesterday, I headed out to get a pumpkin. Drove down to the local farm stand and I picked out the perfect pumpkin. Just to realize that when I got to the door, they're closed. They're closed. Next, I tried the grocery, but they didn't have them either. How you can advertise that you have food from around the world and don't have pumpkins is beyond me. Finally, I found some pumpkins and they were practically giving them away. So I'm a really happy camper. Now we can make pumpkin pie. So we're going to start by making our pie crust. So in a food processor, we add our flour, a little salt, and just pulse it a couple of times. Coconut oil. But if you don't like the coconut flavor in your pie crust, then use refined coconut oil and you won't taste it. Next, we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice. Pulse it. You want it to resemble crumbs. Next, we're going to add some ice water, 1 tablespoon at a time until you get a nice dough. You can even wrap it in plastic, which really helps, like this. That way it will make it a lot easier to roll it out. Pumpkin pie was actually not served at the first Thanksgiving, but pumpkin was used in other things. Today I'm using a 9.5-inch pie pan. Slide a cookie sheet underneath, flipping my pie tin upside down over my crust. This may not look like the most traditional way to do this, but I am of the opinion that you should do what works best for you.
Amen.
Mama says amen. While the saran wrap's still in it, I just shape and kind of use my fingers to kind of get the crust to go where I want it to. One of my favorite things about pie crust that is only on the bottom is that you fill it with filling anyway. So if it doesn't look good, don't worry about it. So I like to bake my crust with something in the middle to keep it from puffing up. And if you don't have any pie weights, you can use beans. In the meantime, we're going to work on our pie filling. Start with some pumpkin. Now it does matter what type of pumpkin you use. Some pumpkin, when it bakes, turns the pie really dark, and then others it's orange. So I will leave detailed notes in my recipe on my website. Next, we're going to add some silken tofu. This is going to give our pie an incredibly good texture, and it will not taste like tofu, if you're wondering. Next, we're going to blend this till smooth. Coconut milk. This is going to give a really creamy consistency to our pie. Next, we're going to add some sugar, and I'm using all natural cane sugar. I am adding tapioca flour to thicken our pumpkin pie, but you could use cornstarch if you want to. Some vanilla, cinnamon, cardamom, and a little salt. Now we just blend till smooth. It's starting to smell like pumpkin pie already. I get so many neat comments and messages from you guys that this week I wanted to share one. This comment was on my Norwegian cauliflower soup. So Chef Ani, I kind of feel a kinship to you because of our shared Scandinavian heritage and soup experiences in particular. There is something about cream of cauliflower in Scandinavia. It has been on my mind for years, but you have made it a reality for me. And then later down, she writes compliments from everyone, baby to daddy. It just hit the spot and has made it to the regular soup rotation list. Thank you again and keep the recipes coming. Thank you so much for sending me that comment. It makes me so excited when I hear that you guys are trying the recipes and liking them. So thank you. Now that our pie crust has come out of the oven, we're just going to pour our filling. Doesn't that look beautiful? Did you know that the largest pumpkin pie weighed 3,699 pounds? That's a big pie. You know, when I think about Thanksgiving, I think about how much I really have to be thankful for. And next week, I thought I might just talk about it. So feel free to leave me a comment on what you're thankful for. And who knows, it might end up in next week's video. Next week's video is vegan gravy, and I will be posting that video on Tuesday instead of Wednesday to give you enough time on Wednesday to prepare if you want to make it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next week with another video.